Here is the first FDA Patient Safety News Bulletin on GERD. Oops. Not a good thing. All right, so that was the first of the two FDA patient safety bulletins. That particular one was issued prior to the product's removal from the market. Now let's take a look at one from about a year later, just after the product was removed from the market. Let me pause to make a quick comment, and that is, it can't easily be removed. Any medical device can be removed. The question is, how much effort does one want to use in order to get it out? My definition of a retrievable device, and by the way, CDRH has adopted this as their own in-house working definition of a retrievable device. My definition of a retrievable device is a device that requires no more effort to get out than what was required to put in. So in other words, if you're putting in the device minimally invasively, either laparoscopically or with a catheter, or in this case with an endoscope, you should also be able to retrieve the device minimally invasively as well. As some may know, there's a growing trend in medical devices to make more and more devices retrievable. That is, why would we want to put a medical device inside of a patient for the rest of their life if they don't need the device inside of them for the rest of their life? So there's a growing trend to make more and more devices retrievable. And once again, let me just share with you my definition of a retrievable device, which has been adopted as CDRH's in-house definition. That is a device that requires no effort, a device that requires no more effort to take it out than what was required to put in. So bottom line, any medical device can be taken out. It's just an issue, it's just a question of how much effort do we want to use to remove it. Here's the rest of the video. Oops. Not a good thing. Oops. Again, let me pause to interject a very important comment here. Unanticipated problems. Unanticipated to whom? There is perhaps no better way to avoid a problem than simply not to look for one. Let me say that again. There is no better way to avoid a problem than not to look for one. The question is, are clinical trials designed to find problems? Absolutely not. On the contrary, and this is where the real art of clinical trial design comes into play, which is beyond the scope of this podcast. The real art to clinical trial design is to design a clinical trial that A, passes muster at FDA, which is actually quite easy to do, and B, is designed specifically to avoid finding problems. Bottom line, clinical trials are not designed to find problems. In fact, they're actually designed in many cases to avoid finding problems. And we'll talk a little bit more about this in the context of medical device clinical trials in a few minutes. Here's the rest of the video.